As the first rays of sunlight pierced the horizon, Arman stood at the edge of the Persian camp, his eyes fixed on the distant dust clouds that signaled the approach of Alexander's legendary army. The son of a renowned general, Arman had grown up hearing tales of battlefield glory, but nothing had prepared him for the reality of facing the Macedonian conqueror who had never known defeat. In the command tent, the royal generals debated strategy, while Arman proposed a daring plan to ambush the Greeks at the narrow mountain pass, where their superior numbers would count for less. At dawn, Arman led his chosen men to the high ground, concealing them among the rocks, where they would rain arrows upon the advancing Macedonian forces. The ambush began well, but Alexander's forces fought back with unexpected ferocity, and soon the narrow pass became a chaotic bloodbath of clashing steel and desperate men. As the day wore on, Arman found himself defending a wounded childhood friend, standing alone against three of Alexander's elite guards, his shield splintered and his sword arm growing heavy. By sunset, the tide had turned decisively in Alexander's favor, with the Persian forces scattered and retreating across the plains they had once ruled. That night, having escaped with his gravely wounded friend, Arman tended to their wounds in a shepherd's cave and contemplated the future of a Persian empire that seemed to be crumbling before Alexander's unstoppable advance. With the rising sun, Arman and his recovering friend began the long journey east, away from Alexander's path of conquest and toward the heartland of Persia, where they would join those still willing to fight for their homeland. Months later, having gathered a force of devoted fighters from villages and towns untouched by the war, Arman prepared to write his own chapter in the epic struggle between Persia and the young conqueror from Macedonia who had changed the world forever.